Yes. 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 Hold on a second, folks. Yes, folks. Hooray for Santa. I am addressing White Lives Matter. It is trending on Twitter. Santa Claus is white. He is of European heritage. He is something what they call a myth, but myths deserve more myths, don't you think? Ho, ho, ho. So, again, uh, yes, one of the reasons it is trending is because Kanye West and Candace Owens wore shirts that said White Lives Matter. And really and truly, in this day and age, white lives, people of European descent lives in the West don't necessarily matter. We are people that are villainized and demonized by the leftist establishment, which is a hive mind. And if you deviate from the hive mind, they can punish you. They do control much of the establishment. That's why on December 4th, we are planning a walk against the woke. Uh, and, yeah, as I said before, hypocrisy and gaslighting are things that abusers do. And the BLM crowd and the leftist woke crowd, they do that the most. They play a lot of games. They're not there to have a conversation with you. They are often there to basically, they want obedience. They want obedience. They do not want discussion or open dialogue in any way. And if you deviate, they will punish you. And by the way, I will say this. In South Dakota, there was a conservative that was murdered by a leftist, and the establishment media was primarily silent on the issue. And some leftists, let's say many leftists, cheered when that man was murdered. And they cheered in Portland when a Trump supporter, a man wearing a MAGA hat, was murdered. This is what the left thinks, many of them the unhinged lunatics that the other leftists sort of ignore. Why don't we bring them out into the forefront, shall we? Why don't we discuss how vindictive and vicious they are? These people want harm to come to those who think differently. That's just the way it goes. And it is not pleasant. It is not nice, but it is what it is. And yeah, so again, we are planning a walk against the woke. Hopefully people will be there and they can join in with us. And basically, we want freedom of speech and freedom of dialogue. We don't want to just be lectured to and told to sit down and shut up. If you tell me that, I will do two things. Or a smart person, an intelligent person does two things when they are told to be obedient. They resist, well, actually three things. They go along with it, but not really wanting to. They resist or they flee. And I'm at the point where I have enough money where I can either, resist to the North Pole and only go to a few places, and or I mean, I can resist and battle you, which I may not, which is very difficult today, again, because they control the establishment. Or two, I can just flee you and get the high ground and make sure and strive not to let your ideology come in, because you guys are very toxic. Anyway, we are having a walk against the woke, the toxic, hypocritical, egocentric woke, and hopefully others will be there for us as we plan our descent into greatness. Also, I will be talking to a very smelly person that I know on Discord. He's a very smelly man. I've given him bars of soap in his in his stocking, and I think he sold them for drugs. He hasn't bathed in years. Anyway, I'll let you know who this smelly ape man is that I'm going to be debating. Hopefully he'll join in, but he might not. All right, thank you. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Don't be a Grinch. Leave a like. You guys aren't leaving any likes. Don't be a Grinch.